हेलो मोटो रेजर मोटो रॉकस्टार क्यों नहीं लेके आए तुम? हाँ जंग 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 वाला
I'm working. Please don't disturb me. I'm working.
अरे वाह नया कैमरा क्या बात है भाई छह गए दे दो यार कुछ नहीं सुनो तुम दे दो यार इतना अच्छा से कैमरे लगे
ले लो
ये तो एवरीबॉडी समाज लगी है सब पूरी 60 पर ये तो बिल्कुल स्टाइल है एंड ऑफ प्रीवियस सीन यहाँ पर हुआ करंट नहीं
ये बिंग वो रिमूव करता है
ऑफिस रिकॉर्डिंग no not me I'll give it to you I'll record it 9:05 something
ये कैमरा यूज किया क्यों मैंने
मेरी सीट इसलिए पड़ा है कि कभी कभार खुद भी कभी कोई उठाती रहता है कि मुझे काम करना
यार इतना अच्छा है यार इसको यूज करो
इसका ऑडियो अपने में चलता है
हाँ हाँ मस्त चलता है
दिस इज नॉट फॉर प्रैक्टिकल पर्पस यू कैन ओनली टेस्ट फ्रॉम इट
नहीं यार हाँ बैटरी लाइफ इज वेरी पुअर
हाफ एन आवर
ट्रिप पे नहीं ले जा सकते नहीं ले जा सकते दैट इज ट्रू
देखिए आपको शूटिंग कितनी करनी है
पर्पस नहीं रहता ना
उस में है
जो भी उसकी क्वालिटी बहुत बढ़िया है ऑडियो क्वालिटी
और बैटरी ट्रिप के लिए नहीं है पर लेकिन यहाँ पे जैसे ठीक है
हमेशा एक्स्ट्रा बैटरी लेके चलो कि हाँ
इवेंट बाहर हो रहा है तो बाहर चला जाए
तो ठीक है
तो वो भी पूरा दिन नहीं चलेगी अगर आप ट्रिप पे जा रहे हो तो
बर्थडे पे या
और वो मैं बाय नहीं करूँगा ऐसे तो
वैसे इसका नया वर्जन आया है क्लासी 30 GB हार्ड डिस्क और बैटरी लाइफ उसकी ज़्यादा अच्छी है और सेम रेट 1399
35 मिनट्स
कब आया इसका नया
बट मैंने देखा था डिस्प्ले पर लगा हुआ था
बोलते हैं जेबी की हमें नया वो ऑर्गेनाइज करा दो इवेंट बनाएंगे
ये कितना है कितना हार्ड डिस्क है
4 GB
कोई भी हार्ड डिस्क और उससे ज़्यादा 15 घंटे में आ जाएगा
1 घंटा
डिपेंड करता है ना कितने मेगापिक्सल पे
तो ये देखो आप किसी ट्रिप पे जा रहे हो तो फिर क्या है मतलब
एक दिन यूज कर सकते हो
बट लैपटॉप भी
एक दिन भी नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि बैटरी नहीं चलेगी।
बैटरी चार्ज कर लो, चलो बैटरी चार्ज ले जाओगे, दूसरे दिन आधा घंटा और चलाओगे।
वो पहले वो कैमरा मैन है शादियों में वो लेके चलते थे साथ में बैटरी के, तो ऐसे एक बड़ा सा बैग बैटरी का कनेक्ट करके कर रहे हो।
मेमोरी तो यानी पड़ेगी, बैटरी यानी नहीं कर लोगे। मेमोरी तो बहुत महंगी आती है, मेमोरी सस्ती आती है।
ऐसा कर सकते हैं कि हम जितने जेबी की पूरी टीम को मिले हैं ना, उसमें से एक लेके चलो
और सबकी बैटरी
रखो, सबकी बैटरी रखो साथ में फुल्ली चार्ज।
उससे अच्छा मैं क्या समझता हूँ कि अपने SLR कैमरे में 1 GB वाला मेमोरी कार्ड है, उसके साथ में 4 GB वाला एक्स्ट्रा ले जाता हूँ।
वो भी सही है।
No, first of all, like, we need to see whether our algorithm will allow such thing variation.
तो कैमरा इतना अच्छा नहीं है, क्वालिटी वाला।
इसका जैसे 1.3 है, हमने वैसे 2 मंगाया था, बट देन इंडिया में है नहीं।
स्माइल कितना मेगापिक्सल पे कर रहा है? और इसमें वो कर सकते हो कितनी देर तक रिकॉर्डिंग करता है, कुछ है क्या? कई
वो मेमोरी के ऊपर है।
नहीं
मेमोरी के ऊपर है 1.8 MB।
नहीं कई कैमरास में होता है कि यू कैन नॉट रिकॉर्ड मोर देन 1 मिनट, यू हैव टू डू इट अगेन इवन इफ
वो
द
सेटिंग
मेमोरी।
होती है कि फॉर सेंडिंग वाया योर फोन ओनली, जैसे सोनी में होता है, मेरे में भी है।
मेरे में 1 मिनट से
एक
ज़्यादा नहीं
एक्सटेंडेड
करता।
है, नहीं तो फिर कोई सेटिंग होगी पक्का से, चेक करो।
मैं यूज भी नहीं करता, 1.2 मेगापिक्सल है, कौन यूज करेगा यार?
मेरे को यही लगा था।
2 तो होना चाहिए यार।
That is only for sending if you want to send
2
via।
तो मिनिमम है आजकल।
पर बाकी बाय डिफॉल्ट होता है कि जितनी आपकी मेमोरी है।
That is the progress. There is no option, it's actually a progress bar. There is no option. No, it can, no.
Stop this way. Yeah. See, no bandage. This is Pawan. We go to Avinav. He's busy. And we come back. And we stop back.
I can't believe they turned the show into a musical.
So everybody just watches TV?
Well, this show especially, yeah.
It's
But there are other shows we watch.
just TV though.
Huh?
It's just video? You just
Oh,
watch
yeah.
video all day?
Yeah, it's TV, video. It's what we do.
I want to get this straight. So basically, we're producing some of the best digital video audio products on the planet.
Mhm.
And what this team does all day is basically watch sitcoms and Oprah, eat candy, maybe bonbons. That's what you guys do all day long?
We like to think we do video.
Isn't it amazing how we can actually produce some of the best digital video audio products on the planet, and yet we have people that watch video all day long eating bonbons? Actually, that's not quite true. Hello, everyone. I'm Johnny L. I'm the Senior Vice President and General Manager of the Creative Solutions Group at Adobe. And we're here with another episode of Inside Adobe, the podcast. And we want to talk to you today about really what's behind the scenes happening in the DVA group. We're going to talk to you about some of the products we have out today, some of the developments we have underway, and maybe even a little glimpse of what you might see coming in the next generation of products from us. So again, why don't we jump right in? Joining me today is Giles Baker, who's the product manager from the DVA group, and we're going to go on a deep dive on our product suites and portfolios and a little glimpse of the future direction. Giles, you've been at Adobe now for almost 7 years. Why don't you first tell us a little about your role in the DVA space?
Well, I'm the Senior Product Manager for Adobe Premiere Pro here at Adobe, which means I'm responsible for the things that go in the Adobe Premiere Pro box, which is the Premiere Pro application for video editing, Adobe Media Encoder, which we use to create video and audio streams for distribution across the internet and on disks, and a product called On Location, which is designed to get faster and better results from your camera while working on the set.
Excellent. So Giles, people obviously know that we just came out with the CS3 version of Production Premium, and that was a leap ahead in performance and functionality. We were back on the Macintosh platform and really got very competitive again in that space, even more so than we had in the past. But in addition to that, we also came out with Master Collection, of which Production Premium is a component piece. So there was a lot of integration that happens not just within the video and DVA products, but actually across into Photoshop and Illustrator and Flash and other products as well. Maybe you can talk a little bit about what we did in Production Premium, and then also what we did for the integration across the entire portfolio.
Well, I think the biggest effort that we put into Production Premium in the CS3 cycle from most of the teams was getting it to the Mac. Premiere Pro, Encore, none of these applications had been on the Macintosh before, and so it was a huge effort just to take those applications that were very well formed on the Windows platform and had a great following and a customer base, and take them to the Macintosh and integrate them into the suite. The other thing, of course, is just cross-communication and working with all of these other teams. We have about 17 major projects in Master Collection, and making those all work together and integrate seamlessly was a big challenge.
Production Premium obviously includes a variety of technologies and components. Can you talk a little bit about what the customers believe were the most compelling components and they're responding to most positively?
Well, as you say, there's a lot of integration in Production Premium and a lot of different components. The great response that we're seeing from customers is around the integration and the ability to move content seamlessly from application to application. I think probably the best example of that is a feature called Dynamic Link, and this was brand new to the Macintosh platform in CS3. It enables you to take the content from After Effects and bring it directly into Premiere Pro. Now what that means is that you can do your motion graphics design in After Effects and try it out in the context of the video that you're editing without wasting time rendering content, bringing in different files and all of that kind of thing. And you know, it's a great example of how the integration between the products really stimulates the creative intentions and the creative process, because you never get hung up waiting for things to render and move from application to application.
That's right. During the rollout, we had mentioned at that time that in the normal workflow, when people are going back and forth between After Effects and Premiere Pro, that the time cost that they had in actually rendering, waiting for that to happen was a huge burden in that workflow. So obviously the fact that we can shorten that up, and the fact that people can actually go back and forth between those two applications without having to wait and then go re-render back out in Premiere Pro can be a 10, 20, 30 minutes on a small piece, but actually up to hours and even days in the entire workflow and time savings.
Yeah, it's amazing, and you know the great thing is that that's exactly right. It will take a long time to render, and it's one of those things that people have never questioned. It's this thing that you've been doing for years and years, and so it's just part of the workflow. And so when you can walk into a customer and say, we're going to remove this barrier from your workflow and allow you just to flick between these two applications, then all of these creative possibilities become a reality. You know, people are used to working with clients looking over their shoulder, but then, you know, many times a client will say, can we take a look at that in the editor, and it's time for a coffee break. Now you just keep working.
We obviously had high expectations for the product before we announced it, and now since that time we've seen incredible results and great response and great feedback. Have there been any things with the product you've been surprised by from the customer base?
I've been very surprised by the number of users of different editing applications who have really adopted Production Premium as a suite that they use in video production. Especially on the Macintosh platform. You know, there are lots and lots of people using other video editing applications out there, but Production Premium works very well for those people as well. And what we're seeing now is more and more people are starting to use additional components of the Production Premium suite, moving into Premiere Pro, thinking about editing and working with After Effects and that kind of thing.
Now, obviously, we're not the only game in town, and there are actually applications available on other platforms from other vendors, and we've had some good success initially with the product as we've rolled it out, but there are other products coming from Apple and other companies. How we stacked up specifically against the folks who are actually going head-to-head with us? It's
a good question. I mean, when you look at the basic editing feature set between each one of the professional applications out there, there's a lot of similarity. You know, editing is about storytelling, and there are some basic